你要问一下班农先生，到底美国会不会跟香港的学生在一起？美国会不会出手帮助？这是希望有个很直接的回答。
So, like, I have to ask Mr. Bannon, like, will the states stand with the Hong Kong students? Like, will the states actually like give help to Hong Kong?
Remember, the House of Representatives, which in our system is closest to the people, just voted 435 to nothing, to 0, to have the backs of the Chinese people. This is incredible in our country. Our country is divided as before the Civil War. What's brought it together on Capitol Hill is Hong Kong. 100% disapproval of what the CCP is doing. Go ahead.
我要说一下的就是，我们的众议院其实就是最亲近人民的一个组织。那他们是有435票对0票去通过了这一个香港的保护法案。那可以显示到就是我们是完全支持这些中国的人民的。要知道，美国其实一直以来都是很分裂、很分化，但是就是因为香港这个议题，就是把美国的人民就是团结起来。
The running dogs of Wall Street, the City of London, the corporations, global media, the partners of the CCP, it's one of the reasons we're having this impeachment. Joe Biden, what Joe Biden did and his son did in Ukraine, I've always said is marginal. It's a sideshow to a sideshow. What they did in China is outrageous. It was Joe Biden that was kowtowed to the CCP to allow the islands in the South China Sea. It's Joe Biden that kowtowed to Xi when he came to the Rose Garden and lied about the cybersecurity and not militarizing the South China Sea. It's Joe Biden and his son that have taken $1.5 billion from the Bank of China in Wanshishan and created all his wealth in China. And yet in the United States, you hear nothing about Joe Biden and China, everything about the Ukraine. This is what the people in the United States that have a great affinity and love for the Chinese people and are trying to fight this fight every day, this is what we're up against. It is a cabal that defends the CCP for their own business and financial interests. This is a disgrace to the West. This is an absolute disgrace, and in history, these people will go down as villains. And that's one of the reasons that I continue to go out with the Committee on the Present Danger and the Rule of Law Society and other of my podcasts and my writings and my interviews. I just gave a huge speech. Every speech is to bring this point up, that this is the central issue of our time, is the freedom of the Chinese people. And whoever works with the Chinese people to free them and help them free themselves, they have to free themselves, will write the history of the 21st century.
我要说的就是，现在可以看到就是华尔街啊，或者是一些全球的媒体啊，或者就是一些中共的朋友啊，这一些帮助中共的人，就很多这一类的走狗在这个世界上，这一些人这些群体，就是为什么我们现在会有一个弹劾特朗普总统的情况。我已经说了很多遍，就是拜登啊或者乌克兰的这些事件，他们都不是一个重点，他们可以说是一个side show， 就是旁边的一个情况，就没有那么重要的。我们大家关注的就是这个美国这个弹劾的情况。就你可以看到，就是拜登啊，他们其实他们是收了中国的银行的钱，收了王岐山这一些人的钱，所以才制造了现在这个情况。然后在中国里面，他们都完全没有讨论到拜登啊，所以只是讨论这些乌克兰啊什么的事件的。那我们在美国就对这个中国人民是很有爱，我们每一天都是在抗争，在就这个事件去奋斗这样子。那其实坦白说，现在这个局面对于西方来说是一个不光彩的一个情况。那我自己可以做的就是，例如我在这个法治基金，我在我自己的节目上，或者我在这里大使馆的一个直播上，我都会去争取为这一个 中国人民去争取，为他们说话，为他们去努力达到一个解放这些中国人民的目的那我要说的就是所有帮助这些中国人民的人，他们都是会制造历史的。
Is it pronounced Jimmy Lai is the head of Apple News? Jimmy Lai?
Yeah, Jimmy Lai.
Jimmy Lai, for the audience in China and Hong Kong, Jimmy Lai was interviewed on the #1 American news show, 60 Minutes, about 4 weeks ago. And at the end of his interview, Jimmy Lai broke down and cried. And he said that the young men and women in the streets of Hong Kong that are being beaten and tear gassed and now shot and killed and raped, that they're paying the price for Jimmy Lai's generation not confronting the CCP. He took responsibility, said, this is our fault, that we did not do that. But it's broader than Jimmy Lai. This is our fault too. This is the fault of the free people of the West not to come to the aid of the people in Hong Kong. And the young people in Hong Kong have to understand you're paying for the sins of your fathers. You're paying for the sins of the West that looked the other way, that got into business with the CCP, that made money with the CCP, this party at Davos that says she is the greatest and Wan Qishan's the greatest, and they're the best, and we have to be in business with Hong Kong. I'd like to be able to paint it some other way, but you can't. Jimmy Lai is correct, but it's just not the elders in Hong Kong. It's the elders in China, it's the elders in the West, it's the elders everywhere. Our generation failure and our generation's cowardice is why the young people in Hong Kong are being beaten, tear gassed, and violated today.
那过去这个黎智英就是那个苹果日报的一个总裁。那他在过去4周前，他就是在这个美国的一个新闻节目上接受了一个16分钟的一个访问。那他在这个访问的最后，他就是崩溃了，他就哭，然后他就现在香港就是很多的市民，他们就是受到这个催泪弹，受到这一个橡胶子弹这一些的伤害，就有人就是被强奸、被枪伤、被杀害这样子。那黎智英就当时在节目上，他就是说了为什么香港人现在要承受这一些结果，就是因为他们这一代，他们老一辈的这一代，因为他们的错，所以导致到现在的年轻人需要承受这个结果。那黎智英在节目上是自己承担了这个责任。那我要说的就是这个不只是好像黎智英说是他们的一个那一辈的一个错，还有其实就是我们西方的一个错，我们没有做到好好帮助香港，所以导致到他们承受现在的这个结果。那我要说的就是是因为我们的耐弱，是因为我们的错，所以导致到香港这样做，导致到现在习近平黄吉祥等等可以去残害这个的中国的人民。
非常感谢钢铁侠先生问的这个问题特别好这个让班农先生很直接、很坚定的回答，而且呢说出了这个黎智英呢这个说的话，上一代人的妥协导致了这个年轻一代年轻的孩子们在大街上被枪杀、被击奸、被强奸被浮尸，而且班农先生也勇敢地说，这是整个西方的错，承受了让这个香港的新一代承受这种无法承受的这种人间的灾难。那么美国人很坚定的一定会跟香港人站在一边。接下来我请问班农第3个问题，现在请你先翻译，小梅。
Okay, so I really appreciate Mr. Bannon's answer just now is that because of the fault of the previous generation, and that's why the Hong Kong people have to suffer this kind of situation right now. Like they are being beaten, they are being beaten by the police. Some of them are raped, some of them are shot, and I also appreciate that Mr. Bannon has mentioned it is not just the fault of the previous generation, but also the fault of the West.